Morning. Time now is, oh shit, what's going on here? 6:34, and it's Wednesday. Didn't record yesterday because it was just flat out driving and a healthy dose of fuckwittery. So I think where I left you was the stockyard up in Rotherham on the M18. I left there, had a good night's sleep, not enough sleep, but about 6 hours. No, 5 hours, I think, 5.5 hours sleep, something like that. And then left it just after 2 o'clock in the morning. In one hit, I went from Rotherham down to Southampton. I got in 4 hours 10, I think it was. Pulled into Randoms, which is where I am right this very minute, and took a 45-minute break. Well, I took nearly an hour because I was fucked. Had a 45-minute break, well, had an hour break, and then I went on the docks, and then to get the empty box off, and then I had to go to somewhere else and get a loaded box on. Well, the empty box getting off was about 40 minutes, and then I spent almost 3 hours waiting to get a loaded box lifted onto my truck. Now the problem that I encountered was, and the lifter come and told me, actually, he told me that the box was buried and he had to move 21 boxes to get to my box. And of course, when there's only one of them doing it, that takes a little while. So 3 hours later, I got the box on. I then had to go to Ilkeston, or near Ilkeston, which is north of Derby. I didn't make it, so I failed delivery. I just run out of hours. I would have run out of hours. I was keeping a tab on the time all the way up there, and by the time I'd pulled, if I'd have carried on, so to start off with, it was a live tip. So you wait with the trailer, they unload the trailer, unload the box, and then you drive away with the trailer. And I said, look, I'm not going to make it. I might be able to just get the box. Can you get the box in there, get the trailer in there, dump the trailer, and I can piss off and then come back and get the trailer in the morning. So they arranged that was a possibility. They've done it before there, so that was a possibility. State of my beard, fucking hell. And that was a possibility. So we went with that plan. The M1 was a bit knackered. I had to go to the A5, and of course that takes time, and then it was just, it was against me all the way. And I was watching the clock as I was going up there and keeping an eye on it, and I was going, this is getting too tight, it's getting too tight. I was already on 8.5 hours of drive time. I had an hour and a quarter left of the journey to go, and that's without any further hold-ups. And in that hour, and then which would have left me 15 minutes to dump the trailer and then go to the nearest services to park up for the night, because I couldn't stay on site. They wouldn't allow that. They'd allow the trailer to stay there, but I wasn't allowed to stay on site. So then the nearest services were half hour away. So of course it wasn't doable. I would have been over 10 hours of driving. Now, if I could have stopped on somewhere around the area, even in a lay-by or something, I probably would have, I would have been happy to do that, but I couldn't guarantee it. There could have been parking restrictions in the industrial estate. There could have been all sorts, and you can't chance it. And to be over a 10-hour drive, working time, you might be able to get away with, but a 10-hour drive, you ain't. If you get pulled, you ain't going to be able to justify that at all. Because there was plenty of opportunities to pull over prior to that 10 hours expiring. So carrying on is pretty foolish. So I said that to the guys in the office, and they said, yeah, no problem at all. Park up. So I did. And a little later on, they said, this is where the fun begins. A little later on, that afternoon or that evening, I got a message through saying, yeah, the job's cancelled, so head back with the loaded box all the way back down to Southampton again. And I got to within about 50 mile of the place. Head all the way back down to Southampton, get rid of that box, dump that box off, and then pick up a loaded box, going back to exactly the same place. Now my question was, why can't I just stay up? Why go all the way back down with a box that should have been there yesterday, swap it out for a one that's, why couldn't I just deliver that box in that time slot, and that other box, another driver brings that box up, the box that I'm picking up. So I thought, well, yeah, but I'm not paid to think, am I? I'm just a driver. So no, go along with that. At the end of the day, it makes no skin off my nose. I just drive. That's all I do. So I drove. I'm back down in Southampton now. I'm in Ranham's, parked up, having a little bit of a break. I'm going to get rid of this box. But then, on check when I got up this morning, I checked to see what the jobs, make sure the jobs are still as they are, as I always do in the morning. And of course, the job for the day is not on there. It was last night, but now it's disappeared. So I've got no idea what I'm doing today. The job might have changed, or it might actually be put back on. I've got no idea. So who knows? Who knows? You know, I just and do you know what? I don't even care, because let's say it makes no odds to me. I'll just drive. Yeah, makes no odds. So I was going to get my head down, but I don't know. I don't feel overly tired, and I want to make myself another brew, and that all takes time. So I'm going to do that. Have a biscuit, and then just sort my shit out, really. Slept well last night. Slept all right last night. Got a few hours of kipping. I don't know how many hours I got in. Actually, I might be able to tell you here. How many hours of sleep did I get in last night? Oh, 7 hours 53. I did all right last night. 7 hours 53. I was tired, which is probably why I feel fine now. Yeah, it was just up and down, like so, from Rotherham down to Southampton, and then back up to, where did I stop last night? Junction 22 on the M1 at Barden. So back up to Barden truck stop I stayed in last night. Boys are pretty good in there. Stayed there many times. I was one of the first people in there when they first opened up. So I know the lads in there. They're good as gold, and if they can get you in, they get you in. But advisable if you get the chance to book, unless you're there early, like, well, I was there about 4:30 yesterday. So yeah, I didn't record anything of the journey, and I'm still thinking about what to do, hims and ha's. And I think from a legal position, I would be absolutely fine to use the camera that I'm using, which is fine. You know, I'm not doing anything illegal by pressing a button before. It's no different than me pressing a button now. You know, engine's off. I'm sat in the passenger seat, and then driving, and just let it run like a dash cam would until the battery goes flat. Don't have a problem with that. But company policy, that's what. So I've got my paintbrush again. Company policy. That's the problem, and I don't want to fall foul of that. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. So I'm working on it. So bear with me. You know, at the end of the day, this is still a record of what I'm doing. I'm still doing a record of what I'm doing and where I'm going, which is what I initially set out to do. You know, the fact that people watch it is a bonus to me. You know, you've got to remember why I started this, and it's really just to keep a record for me, because I think my mind's going mad. Well, I'm losing my memory. Which I am, and short-term memory loss. It's not good. So, and also for my own mental health, and I hope by this format, you know, of course I'm gonna lose people. Not everyone's gonna watch. It might gain some people, and if it does, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's not an issue for me. You know, if people watch and enjoy it, then that's a bonus. That is a bonus. It really is, and it's a humbling thing, you know. And whilst saying that, I I did have a few beers whilst I was away, so thank you very much for those that donated to that Buy Me a Coffee or Buy Me a Beer fund. I had more than a few actually, but it was, yeah, didn't kick the arse out of it, but I enjoyed it, and I had lots of coffee, so that was good as well. And I've bought some coffee, and I'm going to buy some more, so thank you very much. What else was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. It's easy when you're driving along because you've got things to spot out and go, oh, look at that fucking idiot. Whereas here, it's just me, big fat hairy bloke, with a fucking massive beard. Fuck me. I tend not to look in the mirror too much because it fucking makes me jump sometimes. What a handsome fucker I am. Oh, fuck. Fucking delusional as well. Delusional. Anyway, I'm going to make myself a brew. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Sort my stuff out. And then get ready to go on the docks and see what sort of fuckery the docks throw at me. And also find out where I'm supposed to be going today, because at the moment I have no idea. Not that like I said, not that it matters. They can send me to Timbuktu. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, that is about it really. I can't think of anything else. What else has happened? What else happened yesterday? That was it. It was just motorway, and retracing my steps all the time. So it's, yeah, it's just solid. Oh, so nothing really happened on the roads. No. So that'll do for now. So if anything else happens, oh, I've got hiccups now. Oh, I'm gonna go. So I'm just gonna be hiccuping now. I've got to work out how to turn the camera off. I'll speak to you later.